Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dear Wives. This is a series that is so close to my heart. I always wished I had that wife that would give me some type of insight, especially when I was going through the rough patches in my marriage. I really just wanted another woman to just kind of give me some insight and some knowledge, but I didn't have that. So I always want to make sure I'm giving what I always wanted. So Dear Wives is a series that I started, and pretty much we're just going to talk about some practical things, and we just tie it along with biblical content as well. And it's just little bits and tips that I feel like are helpful to wives, or even helpful to fiancés, or people that, or women that are inspiring to become a wife, acquiring to become a wife. So yeah, I am super excited for this series. So today we are going to talk about Dear Wives, love you. Dear wives, love you. Okay. First tip, loving you looks like knowing you and dating you. Okay. Loving you, loving yourself looks like knowing yourself and dating yourself. One thing that I have experienced from a handful of insecure wives that I have had encounter with, I believe insecurity can sometimes come from a numerous of things, but I believe it can stem from not getting to know you and dating you. You can become insecure when you don't know yourself anymore. You can become insecure when you don't really know your direction or know your identity, know who you are. That can cause insecurity. So if you know yourself, if you know your identity, if you know exactly who you are, that gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of boost, right? Like it's just like, I could do this. I'm gonna dominate this. It just really gives you just that that you need to be a wife and also a mom. Okay. How do you get to know yourself? You get to know yourself by writing out things you like to do, your vision, your plans, your aspirations. And you also do this by finding out who God created you to be. Because it's not enough to just, for me to be like, okay, what does Shannon want? What does Shannon desire? No, what does God want for my life? Why am I even created? Why am I even here? If you don't know that, that is something that you should question and inquire of God about. Oh, God, why did you create me? I know you created me more to be just a wife. That's just not the only thing that you created me for. That's only part of my identity. But I feel like there's another missing link, and God can reveal to you that other missing piece. Okay. It's crucial to do frequent checks because we change over time. It's imperative that you do frequent checks because we mature, things change. We're not the same people. We evolve. So when you do those frequent checks, you can get a sense of, okay, what do I want? What am I trying to aspire to be? What are my goals? What are my plans? What are my aspirations? What you wanted in 2019 may not be what you want now. Even though it's only a few years difference, just know that we change, okay? But it's okay. I'm learning how to not despise change anymore, because change can show you are just maturing. It just shows that you are evolving as a person. Let me tell you guys, 5 to 7 years ago, if you would have asked me what I wanted to do, I would have told you I wanted to be a businesswoman in corporate America, and I wanted to work, hours and long hours and work my way to the top and make a name for myself, show the corporate America that Black woman at that can go to the top and how they can do this, that, and the third. And that was my mindset. That was my mentality. But then I started having more children, and then I started to figure out who I was in God, and that began to change. And God is like, no, I don't want you working long hours in corporate America. I have other things for you to do. I actually want you to create a business. So yeah, you're still a businesswoman, but I don't want you working in corporate America, because that's going to take away from the things that I want to show you. That's going to take away from who I created you to be. So it's good to do those frequent checks and not despise change Do not despise a shift. So when you see that shift, you will also begin to see how your priorities are changing. And sometimes everyone won't understand it. Like, why do I want to start writing again? Why do I want to start producing again? And that's just because you're maturing as a person. You have to understand that you are your separate entity first. Okay, you are a person, and sometimes we forget that we are people too, because we're so used to dishing out, we're so used to people coming to us, and we forget to see how we're a person and our opinions matters as well. What we want matters as well. Okay, so not only do you have to know yourself, but you also have to date yourself. And this one is fun, you guys. Listen, dating yourself is not going on a family outing. Dating yourself is not going on a date with your spouse. No, dating yourself means going by yourself. I don't even care if you're going to the bookstore but you're going by yourself, not with anyone else. And it's just a time to be an individual. Time to be an individual, and not only a time to be an individual, but time to cater to yourself, time to get your nails done, your hair done, whatever your desire may be, whatever you do for fun. I love a good mani-pedi. I love facial and a massage. Like, those are like my heart's desires. I love those. Those are what I consider like me time or personal time. Okay, so find out what works for you. Maybe it's sitting in a park writing a book. That's also good too. Reading a book. Just do things for you, because if you don't do things for you, you will lose you. If you don't do things for yourself, it's so easy to want to satisfy other people and not satisfy yourself. Okay, so your homework on today is to take that time, whether it's 1 hour, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's 3 hours. The hours is up to you, but I believe this week you should make sure you have some time for you. Make sure you have some time to know what you want, and most importantly, know what God wants for your life. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.